Hi everybody, welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. I'm going to do a review today on a San Diego maker called Misandry made. This is another Etsy store, and I do love these ones. These ones here, these three on the top, are this kind of more straighter style with a slight flare, and they are 7.5 inches. They are cotton topped, and they are poly flannel backed, and they have 3 layers of flannel core. I usually use these ones as liners. So this is the poly fleece backing, and the topper with, as you can see, the core layers in there. And I guess this is the Misandry made design feature, how she does her layers. This little print here is a tea party, as you can tell. Okay, and toadstools. So, in case you haven't noticed, if you've seen my review of Venus pads, she does something very, very similar as well, is that matching this poly fleece, matching the snaps to this top print. And this is a Bathing Beauties one. I saw this and thought it was fabulous. Pink snaps and pink poly fleece on the back. You might notice that this one has a slight discoloration down here. That is me. I wear liners every day, and the reason I wear liners every day is I have quite of a, I guess my pH balance, obviously, well, everybody's pH balance can change quite a bit, but I do go daily discharge, and I have quite a high daily discharge, so I just cover myself by wearing a panty liner, because these can just get washed and thrown in, you know, or these can get thrown into the wash, rather than using, when I was using single-use products, I used U by Kotex, Designer Series Sports, I believe. I used to break out in rashes and hives when I used them every day, so I was always uncomfortable. These liners are exceptionally comfortable and exceptionally amazing. They're also very, very well made and come in these cute cover prints, but sometimes, this is the only pad that's actually happened to so far, is that obviously my pH balance on the day that this happened was obviously quite out of whack a bit, and stained the fabric, but it doesn't actually bother me. It's not that big a deal. These are also really, really good to wear close to my period, because they're layered quite well. It means that I'm not going to go through them if I accidentally get it. You know, they'll last 2 or 3 hours on a first day, because I'm quite light on my first day of my cycle. I actually ovulate quite heavily as well. So these are great pads, very well made, very well stitched, and adorable prints. So these top 3 are again this cotton top, poly fleece back, and also it was 2 layers of cotton flannel core, and these are a light to regular. These ones are also very good to wear on days where you're spotting. The next 3 that I'll show you from her are again liners. They're just in this different shape. They're just in this ultra flared shape. The core shape is actually the same as these ones, as you can see in the comparison. It's just that these ones come in this flare. I love Barnell's. This is the Barnell one, and these are 7 inches, 8 inches, I think. They're both the same size, so they'd be 7.25 inch. Again, this poly fleece backer is matching the colour scheme at the front and matching these poppers. Very consistently good stitching, very consistently good matching, very consistently poppers in there as well. I've been wearing a variety of Misandry made products who is also on Etsy, so you can go check her out. She does have a variety of prints that are adorable too, and I've never gone through one of these. So that is Barn Owls. This one is a Japanese anime of Alice in Wonderland. As you can see, this is Alice in a kimono. No, I think that's actually, sorry, that's the Queen of Hearts in a kimono. Alice is down here running around. And obviously the infamous Japanese cherry blossom. Cheshire Cat on the wing here. These are tab wing types, backed in blue, poppers in green, and again this flared shape. So again, this is a light liner, or this is a light really, because liners sometimes don't even come with the core. This is a beautiful, beautiful print, and love this print. It is the whale and the mermaid with these cute little fishies down the bottom. Again, a flared print. If I'm having a particularly sticky day, I'm ovulating quite weirdly, these are quite often the lights I'll go for because of this flared design. Sometimes, you know, in particular when I'm ovulating, this can just get quite sticky and tacky, but this tends to give off a lot of coverage. Blue polyfleece blacked and these little white poppers. These ones here, again, are these ones here are 9.75 inched, and this is a 10 inch, so that's just a little bit longer. Again, these are the flared design, are very similar to the 7.25 inch, essentially just a bigger size. I do wear these. This obviously is a Halloween or witch print. With little bats and stuff on it. I'm not sure how well it's coming up on camera, but it's just kind of really, it's kind of a green colour, but you have darker greens and lighter greens going through it to kind of give it a 3D effect. It is backed in this light blue poly fleece, poppered in black. Black ant on the wing. Tab wings again. Now she does beautiful consistent stitching, Misandry made, and I would definitely recommend her as a buyer, because really I haven't hit a flaw with her product. I have never bled through one of her products. I've never had an issue with one of her products. I've had these for probably about a year again. This one here is a strawberry print, such a summery print too. These are cotton knit topped. They're all cotton knit topped, they're all poly fleece backed, and they all have flannel core inners. Again, this red poly fleece to match the strawberries, and little white poppers. Definitely, if you can get some of her stuff. This is Cherry Blossom. I got this in the same order as I got this kind of anime Alice in Wonderland print, so I kind of went for quite Japanese prints in these. So lined in this like pink, light pink, pop it in white, cherry blossomed. Again, flawless stitching. Poppers haven't come out or moved or changed. They haven't stained. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen a picture, I think it may have been of this one here, where I had a picture of my bleeding pattern on it. It's quite heavy, all of this. I'd actually, because I have again a centre bleeding pattern, I had actually bled all here. I had nothing on my pants, nothing on my, didn't overbleed anywhere else, just bled essentially here. But as you can see, it cleaned up perfectly well. This one's cleaned up perfectly well. great product. This cotton knit is actually quite easy to bleach and stain. This is obviously a kind of 80s inspired cassette print, light baby blue black, and pop it in blue. This is a 10-inch. To be honest, I don't tend to wear this one as much. It's very thin flared. It does have Misandry's made, see the 3 cores, centre bigger, and I think this is why particularly these prints work for me, is because I am such a centre bleeder, and this is where the heavy part of her core is, and all of her pads is in the centre. And so that tends to obviously work for somebody who is a centre bleeder, but and obviously has adorable prints. This one I just don't tend to wear. I have other 10 inches that I would probably favour over this one, and so this one will probably end up in a D-stash that I will have soon. I usually have a D-stash pile sitting kind of ready to go. If anyone kind of comes up and says, oh, I want to try them, I'm like, hey, I've got stuff to go. This is not a reflection on the fact that I don't like Misandry made stuff. This is just a reflection on the fact that I don't try and keep stuff that I don't use, even though this print is amazing. It's a rainbow cassette print, and I just love the print. Other than that, again, cotton knit, polyfleece back, cam snapped. I would absolutely recommend you get some of her stuff. This straight style in this 7.25 inch is amazing. It does have the core strength, and other than that, you can check her out on Etsy, Misandry Made. Thanks for coming.